What the hell are we doing, Tommy? Why are we drag racing in an ice storm?
I have no idea, Dad, but we had an extra day with the new TRD Pro 4Runner, and of course we have our long-term Tacoma V6 versus Turbo 4, so we said, this looks like a great day to go drag racing.
Yes, we film no matter the weather. So coming up, we're gonna do 3, not just 2 drag races, and the third car is behind Case, who's behind the camera, and that's a surprise. So let's get going before it's too snow-covered or ice-covered or anything.
And before you comment, head over to alltfl.com where we have actual off-roading, not drag racing, but this will be fun.
All right, guys, as you can tell, I'm listening to the best podcast out there. It's Andre's Truck Podcast, and if you want to learn more about this Tacoma, head on over to that or head on over to All TFL. Now, to drag racing, I'm going to put this in sport mode. There we go, I'm in sport mode, yeah, we should be ready to rock.
How you doing there, Tommy?
Oh, I'm ready to drag race this 4Runner, Dad. I'm excited for this one.
And we bought the right cars because this is the worst weather we've ever actually filmed in.
Yeah, this freezing rain really sucks. It's not a lot of fun.
But it is fun because we're out here at the airstrip about to do some racing of 2 iconic Toyotas, because we've got the 4th generation of Tacoma against the maybe relatively aging 5th generation of 4Runner.
So I've got a 4-cylinder, Tommy, that puts out, get this, 278 horsepower, but more importantly, 317 pound-foot of torque, all mated to an 8-speed automatic.
Yeah, you don't need any of those fancy turbos in a 4-wheel drive, Dad. This 4Runner is old school. 4-liter NAV6 5-speed automatic, as old as time and just about as reliable. So I think I have a chance though, because 270 horsepower, not that far off your horsepower number.
Yeah, we just took that to Moab, and I remember your comment was something like, every time I accelerate with this, it feels like I'm always towing.
At least this doesn't sound like a Dyson. That's all I gotta say. Alright, so I've got
no like performance settings in this 4Runner to speak of, so I'm just going to go into sport mode here, do a little brake torque, and then I don't know, we'll see what happens.
All right, count us down.
Alright, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Perfect even launch. Actually, at the start of first gear, we're neck and neck, but he's starting to pull away a little bit.
Well, wheel spin, but I am away.
And now he's pulling away a lot. You know, right off the line, this 4Runner does okay, but the gaps in the gear ratios are just immense.
By the way, we are racing in 2-wheel drive, and there's okay, it was a little bit slower than I expected, but I'm going to blame that on the weather. 1705.
It's a little icy out there, Dad. You gotta be careful. I was getting a little bit of wheel spin, but I hit the quarter in 1705 at 87 miles an hour.
So it's quicker than the 4Runner, but I did 1759 at 81.9. So it's quicker, but it's not that much quicker, about half a second out here at a mile above sea level. That's pretty interesting. I will say though, it's the usable power that makes all the difference. We drove both of these to Moab last week, and that video is over at TFLtruck.com if you want to see our off-roading comparison. And up those mountain passes, that turbocharger at elevation makes a world of a difference. But more importantly, that 8-speed, because this 5-speed is dreadful in the Rocky Mountains compared to that 8. It's like, it just can't decide what ratio it wants to be in.
You sound like a horny buffalo.
That is one comparison I've never heard before. We'll go into stuff.
All right, well, I got a lot of wheel spin, so I think this next race, I'm going to be in, I'm going to go in 4 high.
Alright, sounds good. I'm gonna go grab our surprise competitor, and we'll see what happens.
This video is is brought to you by our friend Scott over at O'Sullivan Law. If you're ever in an accident, wherever you are in the country, call Scott first. He's been a long-time supporter of the channel. Click on the link below for more information. We've used him, our friends have used him, and he does great work. Remember, call Scott first.
You brought an Ineos Grenadier. My, oh my.
Yeah, we actually haven't announced this to the channel yet. We've got a full series coming up on TFL Off-Road, but this is our new long-term tester, and this is an all-new company that was started by a British billionaire, and here's the gist of it. It's an English design with a German engine, Italian axles made in France, and it looks like an old Defender, but it has nothing in common mechanically. This is an all-new car. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to do in the quarter mile.
I'm really curious what's under the hood.
Well, they went with the BMW engine. It's the B58 engine, also a Toyota engine, by the way, from the Supra. I'd like to point out 280-ish horsepower, it's like 281, and then 332 pound-feet of torque. So I've got quite a bit of torque, and then a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission.
I still think I have a shot, Tommy, because if I recall, that thing weighs more than like an electric truck.
It's 5,800 pounds, which is well over 1,000 pounds more than that Tacoma. This thing is heavy, solid axles, lockers, old school. It's not meant for drag racing at all, but let's be honest, Americans, all we do is drive straight and drive quickly, so we're gonna see what it does.
But here we go, you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, I got this jump a little bit. This B58 inline 6. Same engine you'd find in like a 3 Series or an X5. He's coming back slowly though.
Oh, it's close. He's got me. Come on, Tacoma, but the turbo is kicking in. But he's also got a turbo. It's nose to nose.
Coming back in a big way as we hit 75 miles an hour. That's where the aerodynamic profile really hurts me.
And the Tacoma is speeding ahead. Oh, it's all about torque. It is all about torque. And there we go, across the line. I'm so much quicker than before. Check this out, 16.39. 16.39. I'm not gonna hit the brakes very hard because we are on some slick conditions right now.
How'd you do that time?
Over a second, 16.39.
Nice, 16:39. I ran a 16:74 at 83 miles an hour. Got that turbocharger singing in this 3-liter inline 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. You definitely came back. I got a better start. I maybe jumped it a little bit, but you came back at the end and came through.
Yeah, I was 87 miles an hour at the top end. I think it was because of the 4-high, I wasn't losing traction and traction control wasn't kicking in and slowing me down. All right, well, we've got another drag race, Tommy, and this one, if you don't look at the times, you might actually win because I'm gonna go get the 4Runner and we'll do 4Runner versus Ineos.
All right, let's give it a try. So Dad, this Ineos has 2 horns. It's got a toot horn for bicycles, and it's got the real horn, the get out of my way horn, and you can play them both at the same time.
Well, this 4Runner has 2 heated seats, which you don't have.
Yeah, so the MSRP on this Grenadier is 80 grand, and I've got locking differentials and the snorkel and rock rails and a wade mode, but I don't have a lot in terms of comfort because this is kind of an old school throwback to vehicles of the past, which I'd be good with at 45 grand, but at 80 grand, maybe give me some heated seats.
This is about 56 grand, and I've got all the creature comforts that you're missing, including electrically reclining and scooting forward and backward seats. You don't have that either.
No, I don't have that. But I do have my laundry with me. I brought my laundry with me just because I thought it maybe would help me out drag racing today. And I have overhead switches. Check that out. How cool is that?
Would you pay 80 grand for this, or are you happier with 56 grand in that 4Runner?
Well, I have overhead switches too, and we did pay 80 grand for that because that's the company truck.
Yeah, that's true. But that 4Runner is much more value for the money. You don't get the front locker, but you get a lot of built-in reliability, which is worth a lot to a lot of people.
Okay, I'll do the countdown. Go for it. In 3, 2, 1.
He left at 1.
I jumped the start. That was the only way I was going to win this race.
What the heck? That's okay. I'll catch up with them.
And he's coming up on me. Here he comes. Oh, he may catch me.
Come on, BMW engine, do your thing. Oh yes, 70 miles an hour. I'm barely catching up with him. This thing really doesn't speed up very quickly over like 70.
It's going to be so close. I went 17.75. In 80 miles an hour.
Well, you cheated quite a bit there, Dad.
Well, you know, you need a little bit of a helping hand when you're driving. What is this thing now? What, 15 years old or something like that? It's been around.
Yeah, Gen 5 first model year was 2010. What'd you run that time?
17.75 seconds at 80 miles an hour.
I did a 1671, but at 83. So clearly, I mean, if this was a half-mile strip, I think because of the aerodynamics of this Grenadier, you would probably run a good shot at beating me.
Yeah, it was a good race. I mean, you know, you and that BMW power plant certainly made it fun. You know, Tommy, everybody's all stressed out about the fact that Toyota is going to small displacement turbos, right? You got a 4-cylinder turbo in the Taco. That means the new 4Runner, you're going to have the same thing. I applaud them because, look, quicker, better fuel economy, and reliability, we'll see.
Well, that's my big question mark. I'm not going to applaud him yet, but I will in about 15, 20 years, and then we'll know for sure. But look, I think you made a great point, Dad. This 4Runner has been an excellent vehicle. It's very long-lived, clearly, but I think it's time for a new era of Toyota. And the Ineos, well, the Ineos is a complete question mark. We have no idea what that's going to be like longevity-wise. It does have a Toyota engine, sort of, in the Supra.
Look, turbo, no turbo. Winner, winner, loser.
Yeah, but this whole video is kind of silly because we should be off-road.
And we have off-roaded them.
Yeah.
Go to all TFL.
Yeah, check them out there if you want to see actual dirt reviews. But we're going to get out of the snow. And as always, it's been Tommy.
And Roman saying, see you guys next time. Let's get the heck out of here. Ciao.
In case, you forgot Case.
Case. You get the hell out of here too.